They've lost most of their players. James Maddison is still not back. Pape Matassa and Bissouma have left what? You can say AFCON. 𝐒𝐿𝐕𝐄 has also what? Left. Tony. And the FA Cup game back also.
Yeah.
Manchester United echo Wigan. Echo winning by 2-0. I think there wasn't a bad performance. But Tony, I have an issue. Because I'm not a game now. I was watching the game and United played very well. They were able to dominate the game. They created the best chances. They had almost 14 shots on target. They had 12 corners. You could see they totally dominated the game, Tony. But then my biggest question is, Ten Hag no, or who keep a bit to say Onana dana, Tony? Me besides Ten Hag no, or who keep a beer to say Onana is Onana the best goalkeeper Ten Hag has ever seen? Tony, why am I asking this question? Odim Sandra, Senegal football friendly game. They had all their players in the squad.
Yeah.
Minu can say Mo Salah was also in what? Is in camp. For what? For Egypt. Tony. How come say Ten Hag ain't me ma Onana and call Cameroon all in the name of playing against what? Wigan, a League One side. I see Manchester United 4. After Cameroon for catch say almost say Onana bebo game no against Tottenham Hotspur before we join the club no team no on Sunday in Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Is Onana the best goalkeeper Ten Hag has seen? Goalkeeper you don't goals fan who bebrebe. Even teams like Liverpool are letting go of what? Their top star Salah Echo. Bissouma has left. 𝐒𝐿𝐕𝐄 has left to what? To Asia. And you play a team like Wigan and you still have to play Onana.
Yeah.
Onana ni who ne so bi da na say den. Onana is Onana the best goalkeeper Ten Hag has seen. When you have the Turkish number 1, Bayanda, on the bench, you have Tom Heaton on the bench. Tony, Ubo Wigan. O Ten Hag Santa man mi di no hoya pa. Tony, coach mi di no hoya.
Ten Hag.
Na me can song anka Onana ba you be on the bench. You sit on the bench. When we are planning for a tournament like this. No, but since when did Onana become a world class goalkeeper? Yeah,
Hey.
No, since when? Tony Ubo League One side or Wigan Athletic. Game where Maguire walk over to me, a United will win. Maguire will still be in post, and United will win this game. The team played only 2 shots on target in 90 minutes. Tony. So why can't United and Ten Hag allow this guy to just go and give minutes to what? To the second choice and the third choice goalkeepers. Ever since Omo Toga and Ifi Fanabachi, Tony Onchi you. Onchi. And these are the games you need to what? To fill them. See the confidence. Games like Wigan. FA Cup game when why they were filled in. Liverpool even traveled to what? To Arsenal. They traveled to the Emirates to play Arsenal. Tony, and there was no Van Dijk. They played Jao Kwanzaa and they still won and kept a clean sheet. So you just balance the team a bit. Because in that game you had Højlund, or Garnacho, or Rashford, or you can't say Bruno Fernandes. It's the second choice goalkeeper. Now yet then. I'm disappointed in Ten Hag. Oh, Tony. In a giddy, Obechi Tottenham, we are nowhere to 14th now away. Messi Mumpo and Yomos are Tony. Messi Mumpo. Now Andre Onana. And I'm sure maybe Rigobert's song is also what? Scared.
Of them.
Of Onana. Now where are they? No, if you have respect for your national team, Tony, if you have respect for your national team, and you know what is at stake, and you know what winning an AFCON can do to your national team, Tony, England, Wigan, whilst your national team are already camping and what? Approaching what? A tournament. Wigan Athletic. Wigan. Tony. But those share post you save balls. If it's Wigan, United Wigan, but those share post you balls, so you keep a clean sheet, Tony. And I'm just imagining, say, Onana comes. I'm not just saying this to happen, but so bad no be prayer. Would that be the time Ten Hag will start having faith in what? In the goalkeeper he has signed? City played over the weekend. They played with Stefan Ortega in post. They still ended up scoring 5. And you put Ederson there called international duty. Ederson is still there. Nothing against so players be so and OGG so player we have the goalkeeper we are talking about has already considered 30 more than 30 goals in all competitions. The keeper we now OGG so na obeche Tottenham and Sawako. Oche Tottenham and Asama ye two jet. Now what's about Cote d'Ivoire? How? The coach has really disappointed me, Tony.
For you see.
Oh. Gidi. Kudu Medu Kurumwa. Kudu Zimai. Tony, all the top players for their respective national teams, all the players I could do. Yeah. And I don't know if Ten Hag feels that without Onana, United can survive. I don't understand. So officially without Onana, so Onana ni po mwa. United ain't even survive it. Now Kobo Wigan Athletic. FA Cup third round was then third round. FA Cup third round. Not by force. Odi Onana ko shape home. Ye hu ni si goalkeeper dan kan ebe me ya. Tony. Keeper we ani nsem nyunu we. Rakweku bebia obi amechi awo. Aku because ni nsem nyunu. Just a boy ye boy ya na nam ne ho saa. Ye boy ya na motuom. Ye boy ya na afana.
What is it? Ten Hag is the second best goalkeeper in the Premier League.
The second best. And who is the best?
Well, he didn't agree.
Ten Hag is the second best.
No.
Onana.
Yes.
Ten Hag oye kushini. Ten Hag is a liar.
For saying that Onana
no, Ten Hag is a liar, Tony. And I'll call him a liar. Or I'll look at him and I'll say, Ten Hag, you're a liar.
For rating Onana as the second best.
Even in the team, he's not the second, he's not the best. Even in Manchester United, he's not the best.
He's number 1.
How is being number 1 doesn't make you the best? Oh yeah.
And 𝐿𝐿
being number 1, now goalkeeper by December, you've considered close to more than 30 goals. One more be opportunity, and I believe that is what Ten Hag is scared of. Say, I'm sure no come second choice to goalkeeper at what opportunity near why then he might outperform what Onana. No way, Bobo na phone moto manage. How? No, but Tony, how is Onana the second best goalkeeper in the Premier League? I want to understand. He's not better than Alisson. He's not better than Ederson. He's not better than Tottenham new goalkeeper. What's his name? Is it Vicario or something? He's not better than Dago. He's not better than Nick Pope. He's not Tony. The list will go on and on. I can mention goalkeepers. Onana is never better than in the Premier League. Onana is not better than any of these goalkeepers. Tony. Foderingham of Sheffield United. He's not better than him. Tony. I can mention. You say, sir, we want 2 wonders. Onana and Chin since that goalkeeper now. How is Onana the second best goalkeeper in the league? Only man, you see, if you are confident in your player, me until so be a Kase the player is second best. That I've never heard a coach say that. If it's Mourinho who tell you are the best, yes, that's the confidence he has. And when United, every coach or buyer would say De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the league. I've never heard anyone say that De Gea is the second best goalkeeper in the league. That's why he's a liar. No, but Tony, did you ever hear any coach, United coach say De Gea is the second best goalkeeper in the league? And see that. Because they knew the guy was the best in the league. They knew. Walk of a goalkeeper by yes. Oh, he's the second best, and the other 19 are the best. So then the autos anyone can be the best. Ah! So a Bema, Tony. Certain hacks or a Bema, Omboni Penny Dinu. Onana the second best. Go and check his records. Go and check, Tony. During your days, Tony, if you were still playing your prime time in front of Onana, you concede. Because yes, you're betting Tottenham. And you see, I'm not, Tony, I just wish United would lose that Tottenham game. For Ten Hag to come and justify why he had to keep Onana when the AFCON is starting. When all the best players grab Victor Osimhen, who won the CAF best player.
Manchester is breaching the rules.
No, but why? No, how do you do that? It's an agreement, but it doesn't make sense in any way. Whichever way you choose to look at it.
You see,
Whichever
if there are rules and there are even mutual agreements,
Tony,
still breaching the rules.
Yes, because see,
whether it is mutual,
the
rules are there. So if you have any link with there may be the Cameroonian FA is weak.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You can't bend the rules.
No,
you can't bend the
rules.
So
I say, when you know, say you have to what camp. Then what's the essence of camping then before a tournament, Tony? What is the essence of camping before a tournament? So as here, then you play and you see that I don't know when Cameroon are playing. I think they are playing on Sunday. I think it's Cameroon Airbus Sunday. It's Uche in that game against Tottenham. Then after the game they fly you all the way to Africa to Côte d'Ivoire. Then you come in. Tony.
The Cameroonian portals here.
Figure out. Ondua.
Of course.
He was the goalkeeper that was the more in 2017.
Yeah, he won. He won the AFCON.
When Hugo Bruce was there.
Yeah.
And Tango was assistant.
Yeah.
Then. So Oko come and say that Ghana I discuss it. And then the Congo team discuss it. Onana will come here. Oko Cameroon, that is the talking town because they force it.
No, it's disrespect.
Disrespect and when you show honor, especially when coach didn't win your issue during the World Cup.
You left.
And today mutual agreement.
So you didn't continue the tournament. Now because of the relationship I had that's a lot too. And then we go back some. Now it also for say you will need all his best internationals for the next AFCON. No, then we go back some. Who said our earlier report said after Oman to me, hey, Tony Bebli.
There's this way say Cameroon actually to win the AFCON Cameroon. Any performance on they did World Cup no. There was this report what Cameroon saying it was like Cameroon minor. Go by song. But because we are close friend of Samuel Etofos, into Eto, decided say, Obedient and Nasu to keep Ugobe song. So say Eto Nasu have a cast Sadia. Call back Andre Onana into the national team. Dear, then also bet me. Una Tony Medin can't our platform also say, yeah, Africa had it. Taking the decision about a specific position. Nipa na okuta 2 minutes no enough. Say bia, we a coach to African country. Oh yeah, FA president to African country. Taking the decision now, Obekasa won't akuta 2 minutes to take the decision. No, it's not enough. And yet there are other hands be a boy about taking the decision. I say we are sports minister of Roma, and I am sports minister of Africa, and now we are FA president of Africa because of minor abandoning the Ebua you supporting any national team. No, and yet when it comes to crucial decision making, they have a say.
Yeah.
What they make and this will be advanced countries need war ha. FNA to meet your head coach ka. FNA to be bottom no bena. Into being just a coach when after the so Emma Andre Onana Samuel Etofos Rogoba song etnasi. No, we decided that Sadia Onana should be back into the national team. The other one Emma Cameroon minor. Sorry,
Oh no.
the American Cameroon minor. Any man you quite argument question now will be so make us a mebano.
Yeah.
When Andre Onana was joining Man United, now retired from national team. Tony, who tell me here,
Yeah.
when Andre Onana was joining Man United in the summer, now retired from the national team. So it's one of the reasons why Man U as a club, any coach, Man United coach, everything hard, and taking that board decision, say, meaning say one retire from national team to a new January, only any international assignment to go.
So I can use you.
So I can rely on you. Number 4 the Inter. Number 1 Man United. It between the Man U time, yeah, na or minor head coach, or minor FA president. Any a mining penny for any Onana Tnas and Onana decided to say, Sadia Maye. And yes, son, after media, a no crucial moment in taking a decision. Men coming to me, I'm a national because I may say. That is why Cameroon minor. And the Man United. And the player in here, I could see Denier says, Sadia. You were crucial game against Tottenham Hotspur. Sadia, I mean, that's a game and son of Baba. Into a bad situation like this, Onana and Sagunechi. Never baby man you Sagunechi. Never baby so Cameroon so Sagunechi because player and make cotton abano. Never retire from the national team. Tell me, oh, what is that situation now?
Me follow.
So, Emma Onana, I was situation be more. See, you can't say Cameroon man, not fair. One hand entirely wouldn't imagine it. Look at the Cameroon FN, you see a weaker. Entirely, when no one yarn so. So, as long as a man you so yardia, meant to me no one yarn entirely.
Ah.
So, as now Onanas, a new crucial moment. It's about your career, your national team, and issues around your life. Because me coach no o say me boss me ni national team duty bi anti and the am before ba and man you the Man U the history of Man United in nine man sasa kakra wo. Let's trade the issue of Man United. So African players are best call. It does a Man U best sign African player on your interior figure here on the national team and you call them pekora. So it's a Quincy Fortune. Okay, I read Jamba. Sergio Manucho. Aribeyi come to Man United no. Now one Ivory Coast at the 2015 already. It does oh yeah, established player being in your national team already and now up and coming. So Amad Diallo. What's the situation no? So Man U now about history about African players as to how I'm forced to sign them. Oh, that's what me do say. And yes, yeah, let's Ferguson. And Man U decision because of African time and then you bought AFCON now. Can Man U there are more African players who would have played for Man United. By only time in the transition period, Man U situation no, and I say Alex Ferguson. If you December, remember Bukav for January. No, be him say Man U the names at time they bossing any other club in England. But one more situation no.
Yeah.
Obiagi to Man U ni bi o che bi biati make it too. Say in England, no other club. Ne names a period ne bo ese Man U. Say league ni Bukav from the December transition ni be January no. Man U na nim bo pa. And this time so on say 14 days to the AFCON. It means on the 31st of December you have to release any African player to your national team. So remember another creepy.
Yeah.
Liverpool on the 1st of January. Omo use Mohamed Salah in their game omo boy. Okay, sa game. Do you okay sa game no? Omo win sa game no. Omo use Mohamed Salah. The next day, now West Ham and the Brighton ebo. Now falling within the 14 days. So after the game, Brighton and the West Ham go goalless draw. And then David Moyes back out on yes. Egypt allow Mohamed Salah to play the Man U game, to play the Liverpool game. But at Ghana FA allow Kudus to play the Brighton game. To remember him to be said, the Football Association no ayo mo investigation ehun say enkofo no ye kanana as to Kudus coming to Ghana. So they will not allow Kudus to play that particular game. So So tell them better make an say sometimes the easiest narrative what be sound I don't know na sir I don't man you nkwa na mo church mo sir I don't na Cameroon man ye weak sir. It's about an agreement I want between obi ni obi. Me nyo so Cameroon man Samuel Otofos or a big player. Nyo na say ko press interview just within a week mu say ono ntia say Africa country to me win the World Cup. Ono ntia say. And so Cameroon man no who strong fu I want to abo man pa national team pa. I don't know one day. So when they come to African players, taking bold decision in some place,
yeah.
Especially when you key player and a player no and some kikawa when it comes to your club side. So maybe it's not fair to some of the players, the rest of the 27 players now what Cameroon mind mu say. When Quadia AFCON next started on the 13th. That 13th na man you no talk say on the 14th Cameroon airborne on first game. Now what the but Oxiam game new year? We are enumerating now for flights for Black Cameroon. Now but the next game, Ivory Coast. Me no money in the but baby onana I finding herself in no. Me imagine him say, Cameroon baby be a group stage matches no. Yeah, man difficult goalkeeper na. So onana battle to make training with the team for more than 1 week and now 2 weeks now. No, you force and a performance better than the goalkeeper no be there. Then we take a decision. But it will be unappropriate. And your papa say, but this I say, oh, maybe I dare you go idea. Well, but 13th, number do 14th. Number do 14th that day now you didn't even train with the team. Now for that first game. And disrespect to the other goalkeepers, no more team. No.
Song, yes, sir.
The song, yes, I didn't within the national team. But Africa had the master. I pay tampe. Yeah, and see, I say different. About my back, I'm not the players necessarily. What I say? Me players bear me and son. Or money Kudus Mohammed, a video call. No money almost says, Bisana, the Ben Adabana, then necessarily video call. But how could be my son to say? You need to be training with the national team for more than 1 week. Oh, but just 3 days before the tournament, about starting. Now, you're normal. But you come, Hannah. Okay, for any match, you come over Germany. No, behind is Tony Bebli. Then Tony Bebli a big player. Our Germany. Why can't Germany marry and never make captain? Okay, so story no. That few days na but the player at the flight. At the free France, ever do Germany. He didn't train with the Blasters. Or Bayern at the captain about the Pele. Okay. In the Africa, Hano, Maza. Who the situation I find yourself in no. About to say now, oh yeah, dang. You about to make our radio show. Player be no also say national team no. But on the players they didn't come out before say oh yeah national team no yeah na dom.
Hey.
Oh yeah. No kwan e ba kope.
Oh yeah Ghana dom.
Oh, me say Africa ha. Obia say there is no other player. Also say ne mind. But players when they come and catch say yeah blaster players ni bi wo ha. Omo ba blaster camp they are on holidays. Oh. Can the question down for?
Na go go.
Oh. And sat down for agro. Yeah, players live ha. Blaster no for money. Now you go AFCON. Egypt. One key player. Or to me come say all the technical team. Snake and your barber run the dressing room. Mebwa. 1 2 Okroma. You cannot bring someone to your dressing room. So your hotel room. And to me pass it to team manager. It means security a week. Oh, where there? I open security. Masa, I open it. The hotel room. No, be a snake. 2012 on Kai. Sir, Papa, you know, coach here. Or say, oh, name the reason why you could do tournament. Why? Black magic. Almost a dressing room, man. Not playing in the black magic, maybe agro. Oh, the coach, you know, 2012 on Kai. What kind of coach? Oh, we have a coach. Don't you go 2012? The Zambia for saying, as a man, may say, Panati. Oh, we have a paid Plavi. Urefi. Oh, I didn't have one kind ya. Or be table for some and they do no all cast. No cry about copper. No cry about copper to me. They be a cast and no cry. O Sambra. Number and papa will to me no. Na end to me the mia. Am I weapon in money? As someone may can't tell. Men can't tell that. So o Sambra, Nipakuno di Odigali Kotokuma. Say Nipakuno that most of them crampa embrace to me can be. but say wo shembra na papa we mbra na tumi ka no na me ntumi nkame a e ma wo ye panin bone e ma wo mbra na wa hye do fa so bi ani so because e ba na sa na obi anya bi a ba refer say we ye ni ntumi anka hwe na me ye na meka sabi abrabo ye gbe obi antoma go ya na dem no Tony abrabo ye gbe obi antoma go e na dem no na de wa yira no ono nko no nim bebi ote de wa yira no ono nko no nim bebi ote ohun na Nadu the guys na Nadu no se etiri ho akwaje nkofo no wache de bi wohu you've not seen it na Nadu nko no nim se me bia me di wache no so de wa yira no ono nko no nim bebi ote enti sa na tie opo in Africa ha no apetampeples bi wa mu foto mo ye yadom honor respect command omo fanya hwe wo krom ha enti me anya mo wa say Onana against vegan game aye hwe vegan ka do the masamba into Onana entumi forfeit vegan game enko AFCON in honor of Cameroon but Abasa and it's not wafa ye the guy ka say we epusu na we be studio ha yi easy other say enti you heard that is the issue I don't see another angle but Tony the Abasa so the way Mr. Our time na me room
na me asem you see Endra near yeah a short version of Sports Park and I make catch say if there's one thing Africa players are lucky sometimes dedication Tony
okay
and I make us you see that's one of the reasons why I'm sure winning the World Cup Tony might be an eternal evasive thing for us because Oshe Emrika a player like Lionel Messi Tony me age way so can represent Argentina and we call the Kompoa wawa Argentina embo sometimes even for Inter Miami ombo but ebe drew Argentina game no almost ojinem bomb Argentina
God bless our homeland Ghana
Tony you see and I will say sometimes I don't know if it's because you're timid but most of these players see even the Asians Tony we won't penny I wouldn't see an Asian player doing this but sometimes we are scared of the truth Tony be the man be see na yenko yinim na nyama bi
ohono so de okwa the difference between omo ne yen ha ne say asam ne kai den
victimization
Tony difference between omo ne yen ha ne say ohono ya wo to hwa aban was stake in your progress they make life relatively easier for you minute out to pan America na sia nti obotumi kura ka say me wale wi a me kwa wo me ba bia me kwa wo na to America den tia relative no I say ye wo ba asase so a abrabon ya bomu fama wo
ya wo sisi so
what I say on chare chenchen ye
yeah
osono ba so di abrabo emu on talk asiduro da bia sama me ka kire wo no osono ba on talk asiduro wo osono ba ko talk asiduro onu akase anu mu no bata no ho what I say why say dem na kutu no wo sele be yew one sele so be yew one situation no nti sanete nti ya wo ba asase so nko ade a asa abrabo no half no ya ba ma wo ba yen hwe situation ni do ja odi abo ame kudu so fi infa on na mfitiri mu na ko right to dream Nordland Ayas West Ham menum gani yam bisa ya ho say input ban pa no man no enya o kudu sabra bomu until so onya national team collab yam bisa ya ho sa question no what situation you find yourself in so ono no obo bra no a o sisu woni krom ha no ne ma me ni na busu afon kwa na hustle for him to get to where he is Tony asemwe to bupa na access ni ye how players struggle with this country. That is why the only thing that motivates a black man is money. Black man, Africans, the only thing that motivates you is money. Fine, you may abrabo but many exceptions. Obi o ha nya no. I say me nim Tony. na be attorney in the front ne ha no na me pa de be fi Tony ho me de be ade be man the front be ha no e betemte no and a different one. But most of the people in Africa are there motivate you. The most important one is money. So politicians no di aso. Say penimi no di aso. Oni say me ma o scam me wi. They are moved by what they get. So now fair play bo national team. Onu sika na oba be no. Odwene ho sen. How patriotic oba ye ni weku no ho amane man. Eni ho. In Africa you don't see those things here. Especially here free hano.
Because in there Obi say on the born national team because of the club position.
Oh no nya be bio open no nya free. Eh. Yan first our orientation entity no amfa ne mu tam onyini. Very few one of fifty more den. Like and one of me the Ayo family ni example no. I know you abedi as a person. Jordan the day. On to me do krom ha on kono ma me ne papa fi asra wa kono ane fi. Ensi. You know it as one make a unim.
Ensi da.
So Jordan the day e be do Ghana. They will go to the family house before they move to your various houses. And your personal orientation ni church bi a parent ni na fam. But the ordinary one about Babu come na busu ani bi nya way.
This is a biato.
This is BBC. Because when you far so about that level no. On mine no any abusuafo mpanimfo bi ha they have no idea.
A big answer.
On mine no say be akola ni sisu no obo school games. Ebo PE games obi e to boot man no. Enti so na wo hu ni say e yo soma djuma no ono hu ni say e purely business. And Tony, as I'm not kind of thing, but if you Africa idea, you are being moved by money.
And I'm telling car. That is 31 minutes past the hour 10. And it's still hooked on to the sports park. And Baby Fee. And do a Black Stars. A man for your Muntias here. 𝐿𝐏𝐿𝐄𝐒 Kasai. 𝐿𝐿𝐄𝐒 Kasai Nra. Say if you know, and then why? $89.7. Hey, Bishop Black Stars game there, goalless. Hey, I'm up for the SMP, Abba. Some share and run a so many years. And Jonathan Sowa boy. I'm going to commercial break me bar. A bit also.
𝐿𝐿 Android television with advanced modern tech, which gives you an improved viewing experience and unlimited pleasure. The slim, slick television comes with full HD screen with high resolution and wide color gamut. The top-notch picture quality makes your movies and games 5 times clearer. With the latest Android 11 version, enjoy all your favorite Android apps like Netflix, YouTube, Showmax on a click. Watch all your favorite programs non-stop with a sharp focus, balanced contrast, and radiant balance. Take a step into a new world of scenery and fantasy with the new IMAX 32 Android television, available at all Max Buy shops nationwide and online at 1,799 Ghana cedis only. Visit us on www.maxbuy.com.gh or download the Max Buy app on Google Play Store. You can also call on 0596 913 298 or 0544 019 552. IMAX Smart Life.
IMAX quality modern standing fans are vital on hot days. They cool you with good airflow, and to aid sound and longer sleep, they are secured with anti-rust mesh grille and enhanced super speed motor for durability. The powerful 3-speed control allows you to adjust the airflow with an optional brighter bulb which illuminates the room, and energy saving affordable too. Available in all Max Buy outlets and leading shops in town. Call Max Buy now on 0302 750 308 or buy online www.maxbuy.com.gh or follow us on Facebook. IMAX Electronics. For bulk purchase, contact 0245 240 983. Choose super reliable IMAX fans. Choose smart life. IMAX. Smart life.
Upgrade.
Say, Mama.
Hey, Mama.
Yes, my name is Papa Star Time. Now, package here. It is a Star Times Mega Bouquet. Who from Nabano? The Mega Bouquet will. There were over 250 satellite channels. Who be baby Asha was well feeling. Say sports, novella, movies, quality and educative documentaries. And then you can be brave. When you now 150 Ghana cedis. Hey, for Papa. Bring away. Star Times Pesa feeling mega. And until from now to the 31st of January 2024, Star Times Mega Step Up promo no cost one gaza. Now promo way so chia for 2 good months of any Star Times bouquet. You better upgrade you for the next bouquet for 2 good months free viewing. One idea when you are pushing, you be feeling mega gaza.
Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Max Predictor. Come every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Your sports run-up comes with all your predictions.
Barcelona, Shakhtar, home win for Barcelona. Celtic, Atletico Madrid, over 1.5.
The Max Predictor. Monday to Friday. Review for all your exclusive interviews, reactions, and preview all weekend matches.
Copenhagen opened up and it's 1-0. Well, it might come through. Here to Torreira.
With all your predictions available. Sports Run-Up. Stay tuned. The Max Predictor.
Max Drive. Ya tumunchnia manaye day. Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And Tifawa Hujimu, feel excitement galore on Emwaye day. Max Drive niye, La Posta, Famicom.
Ma femme papa ye.
Emro ja wo no no na usopa. Eto da so afe no.
Ebinum da yeso eya de a wonni hu agrokra.
Oni abaya na wabahanom foforo no mebo a. Mebo moden na mewie school. Na afi de makohwem papa.
Eni emi no nyina ye pe. Ah mama, ete na to papa.
E wo se ye yini fi akwa yaresabia kese mu.
Ema ore ho abribia kai na ma wani nje wai.
Ebinum so de ne se odi ahoden eni anibre ebebo bra.
Mema me da yeso nyina bem ama me ene mo nso ana mo sesen.
No. Ebeye din pa se wo behu papa o.
Itre Bianca bro. Anya me papa.
Woni enfidu na atwam no sese de ne wura afi ukura.
Nye tie ne se ma chen wei ma brabo nyina.
Oho ha, mani age oho.
Me hu se na wotumi ka. Wo ha pa obetumi de omo mutumi ka bebe chi akafo.
Carlos, what do you mean nimu ye? Se bana sa Bianca na. Eya wontimi nhye wo ho sokra.
Na odo e di wo mo beba be bom mpuni mpu.
Bianca.
Nanso wo ahyase enti abeye enano asem no.
Enwo so biate bibia fa menyin sen ne ho. Sesi Arigo ekono. Sanso na mene nesuma asem no so eko.
Mepa, Gabriel, Papa no. Papa, me pese me hu nipa oye me mami. And what's in the crane babon tinkra?
Double Max TV. Telenovela Mukantinka. At your Bremu Akosem, bro.
Yeah, Bribia, my dofo, it's a mehoko.
And now they are in some better CBM.
Akuma Munsem.
I better make a 2 hour winning game. Uniaswada, Monusun Tetsu. Bonisha didn't remember.
Abusia.
We go Viloria. Me and Gabriel Papa, Namasansi and manager.
Any order kind.
Bianca media, make me money be bio here. Make you say me didn't go.
A brand new dinner dinner. Wakuma in New Shamoda.
Forever my love. Non Crumbia copim non do. 9 to 10 p.m. Ye the repeat non so abramo. Don't call 1 p.m. Omnibus and so ye diaba somo. Kwasia de bia Sunday 6:30 p.m. Non sia empemu. Our Mass TV.
What a goal! But it's Thomas Partey with an absolute beauty into the corner. Cancelo! What a hit! It's Messi! 2-0 to PSG. It's Mane and it's blasted into the back of the net by Naby Keita. He left shot the target. Oh,
Nana! Nana!
This year we go do wonders. We go show progress. We go conquer with prayers. What did they do there? Concept. We go run kitty kitty. We go score kata kata. Black stars we come on fire. No retreat, no surrender. Hey, bring back the love where you say you get for your country. Forget the past, but we move on. Cheers to victory. Bring back the love where you say you get for your country. Forget the past, but we move on. Cheers to victory. I know that there will be
no Black Stars now. 41 minutes past the hour 10. You're still hooked on to the Sports Park 89.7. And run among for the Black Stars in Bewini. And tactics used to see episode be a win. Any warriors in the ball goalless. Never Kumasi after game, no. Mr. Chris Hutton, Chris say, and Black Stars no, and in Namibia no. Game no, now more for him say, Ubesha goes, I'm a GDA Biaba, Boyemu.
Certainly a game of two halves. I think what was evident is that we were up against a team that's a lot of energy, very direct in the way that they play, 4-4-2, look to search behind, good runners behind, and around that, what you have to be able to do is keep the ball well enough. And in a first half period, I thought our ball retention wasn't good enough, which made it difficult for us. In the times when we could change the play, which was when you've got a team that you're playing against in 4-4-2 narrow with high energy, then the travel of the ball has got to be quicker. So I didn't think we was good enough on the ball in a first half period. Second half, of course, better, but the game opens up. And I think we were able to capitalise then on the spaces. And then it becomes the job then to score goals. And of course, we entered the final third a lot more in the second half than what we did in the first half. But either perhaps a lack of quality at times saw us not get opportunities. I think you have to credit them. I think they defended very well in their moments. But we had to make more of the possession that we had, and particularly the possession we had in the final third.
Okay, Chris, but you try game piano, first half no, ayen koyi, ade.
You know, this is not something that we plan. You know, and I know that when the score at half time is you are drawing or you are losing the game, then of course there has to be more urgency to get back into the game. But you are right. We've had a lot of performances where the change in personnel, we've benefited from that change in personnel. Sometimes it's not such a problem, providing the end result is the correct result. And sometimes it's not a bad thing to stay in games. If I'm looking at the pluses from today, still, even though we didn't score and didn't play so well in the first half period, we didn't concede. And as long as I think we always feel that if we can stay in the game, if we haven't played particularly well and we can stay in the game, we have the players that can change the game, the players that can come on and have an effect offensively in our game. It's not something that we plan. What you said is correct, that overall we have been a better team in the second half than the first half, and as I say, it's my responsibility and the team's responsibility to enable us to change that.
Okay, Chris Hutton, ana man for say Abrante Richmond Lamptey, ball of boy no, and son of friend no, Indra, near first of an opportunity, amanabo, adeno amanambo.
No, it's a good point, and I understand. This I understand. What I have to do is I have to make decisions in the game about which changes that I want to make. Certainly as regards Richmond, we know where he plays, and I understand the question. He's in the squad for the first time. We're delighted to have him in the squad, but I have to make these decisions, the same decisions I have to make with Dede Andre coming in or Ashimiro, the timing that he comes, and what effect that they can have on the game. And probably from a technical point of view, I think that the fact I brought Ashimiro on at the time that I brought him on, I wanted perhaps a more defensive player to stay on the pitch just to give us that balance, because I knew I would be changing the front two and I knew I'd be changing the two wide players. So it was for me just to have that one, what I regard as a proper defensive midfield player. But I understand the question.
Oh, and to Chris Hutton, in Chemo Abama Richmond Lamptey no. Okay, yeah, of course, yes, more question. Na yembiso epra obi epra aya kwa ebe hayana.
Yeah, so probably four with Iñaki. Iñaki had before he joined us. He joined us a touch later than we wanted to. He had an illness at home. He's fine now, but he's obviously missed a good period of training, and I think has only had 2 days training with us. Semenyo was ill yesterday. We thought he couldn't train yesterday. We were monitoring to see how he was today. There was no change today, so that excluded him from the game. Salis picked up a knock in training yesterday, which meant that he couldn't be involved in the squad today. And with Kudus, we've been in regular communication with him and his club. He does have an injury. He is recovering from that injury and will join us tomorrow.
Ghana!
Yadre. Oh, AFCON here. Be as a net, I'm on for say, I'm a club who here, same Black Stars now. Josiah Quaye, dedication. Hey, same number call out line or so. Hey, I'm brought to you about what the game the church. To see how 𝐒𝐿𝐎𝐒𝐒. Gideon. What that? Friend, Black Stars radio we did a church power. Because started 2000 and something. Hey, Uncle Nomboy Musa Kumasi to sign. I'm for a GD that's what Black Stars anymore. Hey, bet me a 𝐒𝐿𝐎𝐒 BB since 1982. Paibo and the Warriors ball goalless there. I'm in Gideon. Gideon, good morning.
Tony, good morning. I'd say.
Boko, now Kumasi to say.
Kumasi de Nyamiadom bia 𝐒𝐿𝐎𝐒. And now the 9th of January, holidays in United. And then major activities are starting there, for the new year. It's in 𝐒𝐿𝐎.
And some of the Black Stars know want it. Money on one electric kaboom.
Yeah, the Black Stars know the Golden Bill Hotel. Yeah, the center of Kumasi. Mostly Golden Tulip, former Golden Tulip, Echo, 100 roundabout, Golden Bean, baby. Now, close to Vienna City. Now, I say, maybe I'm one of the NKA so accessible to the public, but because of the nature of their campaign, handlers of the team, Emma supporters, link hotel Hobby, and at the hotel, security arrangements at the hotel, Emma funds, in their numbers, but the Black Stars are still here in Kumasi.
Gideon, Indra, normal say, Obibaka open, close door, Indra mobile goalless. Man for a BNG, a BC, team here, Yediko Ivory Coast, a train here. I know you. We are some training. Goalless, no, and I'll see a dream home. And a ball of boys in the born run. If you say, bet me a 𝐒𝐿𝐎 Ivory Coast.
The kind, Mamenka, to say, Omoba, Kumasi, Omo training, Omo ye. Nation service before Wembley or a Brankesi Hona. Black Stars for Kobo year training, I hold one. Now, basically, the fans of the can say, if you monitored on social media, video of the bus going to a Brankesi in Futru Kwa, the winner was like, Baba hard and a hot home, but Minyanti, yes, the handlers of the team, even journalists, a beg getting close to the team, a brow, more training. See, I don't know. Yes, back to another game now, Black Stars and then Namibia boy. Me and Kasa, my personal assessment here, I will score the Black Stars 50%, Namibia 50%. So it's for a 50-50 game. Now you've been a journalist for so long a time. So going into a major tournament like the African Cup of Nations and a match ahead or before, few days before the tournament, certainly you wouldn't get that agency, and you bring now the tournament was our match in the winter game, they are calling it here in car all the total previous matches before a major tournament on the year come and say and one but generally say Kumasi they bring now Kase coach 𝐿𝐎𝐻 the formation the style of play no mun years and into going into Côte d'Ivoire it's going to be a very difficult, task for the Black Stars. Unlike the previous tournaments, Ghana, you will hope we say, hey, Black Stars, win it trophy, Black Stars, a place second, but this time around, and it has one in set the new but we can hope for the better.
Oh, some and it has only new hosa, but give you a bit of say, company the back, Kumasi, and no, I say, rented a mobile mobuana.
Not talks view or saying, I wasn't come across South Africa, but the month for you did it home na Uncle Basusa. For me, camping in Kumasi, the weather here, the weather in Ivory Coast, to me, don't care a pa, but don't bogus, Tower, and the lavish lifestyle. Maybe, and also, but all her preparations ahead of the tournament now. Me personally, you be Samia, and it has only me what to say. Previous tournaments are Ghana Ako, and on the streets of Kumasi, you can ask about 10 people about the Black Stars. Even today, Ubibrine Nimda Ghana best started your tournament, no. What you say? People are not so interested in the tournament. And the love for the Black Stars, any what is the previous tournament, Tony.
Oh, and the bad deal, but Gideon, what the game here, Chiache? Usha, then you bet me a year, you Ghana for more. Because I tell you, maybe a train you you're too far, called Ivory Coast. Then you bet me a year. Since 1982, a Bimu who trophy in Ibida. And then your friend player to me can say, my club position to member national team.
But I mean, so on the other hand, the situation around the Black Stars can be a blessing in disguise for the team. The expectation for the team are very low. They can capitalize on that, go into the tournament, and do well. Normal, then are surprising the whole of the nation. The expectation is higher. Now, or more, the burden, the pressure will be on them to perform to that level. But you see, expectation were very low. And see, it can be a blessing in disguise for the Black Stars team. But for me, individual players are afraid about the Black Stars team in Kumasi, on the streets of Kumasi, Central Regional Capital. For me, you need players. My only worry, any warrior, Nana Adu Kumasi, is a goalkeeper afraid of free South Africa, Richard Ofori. And in fact, for the season, Honda Pumuye, and see, the burden is on the coach to get a better goalkeeper to be imposed for the Black Stars. It's unfair. Atizigi, he's been performing day in, day out. Just that we'll consider more goals. Walacott, and also a very good goalkeeper. But choosing from the three, a lot of people in Kumasi will prefer Atizigi being imposed for the Black Stars. And apart from that, any of the players selected, beat my Black Stars. But that's what part yet. This time, it's been hot to say the previous tournament.
Hey,
Tony, say, now say it can be a blessing in disguise. And that's only hot. Now, then Yakwako performing very well.
But Angola 2010.
Exactly, Angola 2010. Under 20 for na Korini MIA or 2009. And I coach in the coach tournament now, and that's only Hokra. But I ended up playing the grand finale. And that's only why Ghana can do something. But as it stands now, on the streets of Kumasi, team and that's so in Nihosa. And that's so in Nihosa, but it can be a blessing in disguise for the Black Stars.
Gideon, now your star boy Kudus, the information Martin Draw one Bobby, yes, you're about late. Now, no one to Corona now update you on the song.
No, Kudus on Yare. The late arrival and Kudus on Yare. The mentality, the physique, the health of Kudus is on point. Everything, BBI okay on Yare, but the late, arrival was part. Kudus is a starter in the Black Stars team. So, and right game so Amobia, and it's not a problem. And in Kumasi, there were talks, but resources close to the team, it says a Kudus, on Yare, but the Insia one Bobby said the late arrival was a part. But apart from that, the BBI okay. BBI okay.
Na ya bobo wa Sante na Krobia Sante Kotoko player bako Richmond Lamte on kanwa na atesem no nem say amafo kwa ko bisa coach no. But on also say on no selection ti
certainly and now make am back no say coach na select a lot of materials or the more the tournament. And he decides to field any of the players as well. On one kasa time, it's you to say this player will be able to help me in this position. Coach, Josiah Quaye Nana say, oh yeah, yes, okay. Titinoni can say, coach, na couldn't school now, then, oh yeah, Juma. They didn't need a course of all right, but And no, it's just one of those things going into a major tournament. And it's normal for me. It's normal. But I believe that if the player players are selected so no home training camp ahead of our first game on Sunday. Certainly, coach, selected because all the materials are available, very good. And Obi Abi to me and so then abo omodibo our training ahead of the game, and the best say coach maybe you and I say only.
Gideon say bibi wo because Ghana for be year atai Black Stars nature, whether humanly, physically, spiritually, then you bet me aya sabio no can attention near so near bet me take advantage near phone akofa trophy then a Ghana force or me.
Maybe the Ghana for bet my year two things. Cote d'Ivoire is closer to Ghana, very close to Ghana than any other place I have tournaments. Ghanaians should go to Cote d'Ivoire. We know we have a lot of Ghanaians in Cote d'Ivoire, but Ghana for a war around the borders of Cote d'Ivoire, any meaning from Accra to Cote d'Ivoire, and yet distance, Kumasi to Cote d'Ivoire and yet distance. Yeah, we should go to Cote d'Ivoire in our numbers to support the team. Let the feeling be like we are playing at home. And no boys now my day. Secondly, we can't do without prayers. And you see the support and the prayer will be something to help the Black Stars going into the game. But on the street of Kumasi, and it does one nihosa, but you have a blessing in disguise for the team.
Oh, Gideon, a poor idiot. You better also say, your fro, what boy mu in there first, make I say, the first Monday of 2024. First month, second Monday.
It's a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday.
Second Tuesday. Sorry.
Yes. Yesterday was a holiday.
Yeah, and Timmy said, me, I form any so.
Josiah
Quaye calculation. You know that. What do you ever wish amophobia? New Year, no na.
I'm saying wish Obibia a happy New Year, especially all police officers in the country, from the IGP to the last police officer. Secondly, my good friend Theophilus Zotoglo, Mofa, Theophilus Zotoglo, and it will be from the heart of Kumasi, the Ashanti region. It will be and Buju one sound so you see over 2 decades of engagement with you. It's been fantastic. But I mean, who watch you see on your sky and Siena. Okay,
you're 7 years. Who know your first person? I'm this kind of bebro.
Mate.
Charlie, me that's it.
Right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Ghana.
see say we be a problem. Via say way. Our country first. It is our to me join the country no now I find the club now. We are still playing football in Ghana. We are still playing football in Ghana. And more stations now, the journalists no. That same people, Omubeba Beka. And see, to me, dear, Nipani see Omba, he has the reason why I say Osi Omba. Obi why I say Nipani Mba. Let him play. But for Baba not dear, I don't think people should worry about that. Because this guy are receiving insults. And they say no Osi Omba. Why I say I'm for Beka once.
Okay, for you, Usha team here from World Cup qualifier. A month of Diwan Bobo, says here the camp in Abakumase, and Sempi Wednesday, Chnano. Here, GDB wom. I mean, more time, no more corner. Name him Sabu card, dear. More dear. Yeah, the spirit better much, but Emrantewe in the GDB wom say since 82, your moon number to me a coach cap, yeah, mine.
Yes, I'm to Magic Cup now because they are going to the tournament. I'm only tournament to the NFL, I'm to Meiji. Once they are going there, I'm to Magic. But we have to play one match after the other. And see, so we all know what they are doing in Europe. And see, nobody can tell me, say, boys now they are not good. But they have to put more effort so that Ombetumia succeed. Then the institution Omudiamaye. And see, town because they say I am from where you near no. What I say, we know say they are doing very well because players now have friend in individually. So we show them clubs are more important. Maybe Abakum you be woman or more bomb club, but maybe they have something now. We all know say they are good for the national team. What I say, see, to me in India, I think say. Yeah, more with that support, When they go there, they have to put in more effort. Say, Africa na here born, so they should switch their mind, and now they are thinking, say, Europe, Europe. If I kick it to be with Islam, Africa had the antisa, Africa had the say, Bema and Kasana Ufambo. And most of the people coming from Europe, when they come to Africa, they can play like they are playing there. Almost everybody, they can't play like they are playing there. Because our football is different from there. And it's a one to what you say, high Africa there, and they're high. And I think that is what is disturbing our players most at times. And so almost and I hope say this time be okay. But then fun match in one match after. At the other, you're born match by match. But once they are there, they can take it because they are there.
Okay, for you, I know power idea. You better was to say, your friend one pursuit and only ana or message be or be players no any Ghana for answering your tournament.
No, the American say Ghana for the first. The American say, and one war. Football and one DGN. Sometimes the corner here, of course, Mubefu, this Anyamano. But I say, a bedroom, a sky, a more, a more, Sika, a more musica, a bedroom one. Yet, support to crap. Because if you'll be you'll be the crap 1 year about support to them. Senyaman Koyana, a man a come now, but no, the deal one time no Koyen. A one or more, so more young to Miaka. But I say, I am sure that a Bexia canoe. Na put pressure mo na ma de na say yembo mo de support mo na yemfa empire bon town mo chi say ye mai nyina enko yesu a ye nyina ya bia enti say abebe a do no yemfa empire bo town mo chi na yembo nya me pai say bibi pa be free empire na yebo no emo aba na boys no so be catch am say na yemma for ball pai na am for town mo chi no omo show omo to bia po omo sam ko omo kai so omo webusanfo bia ebusanfo no so die omo don omo wadofo bia adofo no so don mo enti say anye kura no omo bo mo san kofo no We know that they are good. They can make it. Africa and so African football. European football. I think say
for you, I no pay you better say. And anytime be a AFCON the best I say so. You be throw, you be invite to no be kai home our studios are.
No, listen to that much.
40 minutes past the hour 11. Be beyond the Black Stars. Putting the journalist now 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐂𝐊 Kasai. Gideon of America, aka DJ Wadada. Sansona Sam Johnson, former Black Stars player, Sansona's former Hearts of Folk coach. Nanedu Maba Nanedu and I'm about Josiah. If you are near phone lines, no, and also watch Wadre. Nanedu. What do you need now? I mean, Kumasi semina ebuma be mukakra ana.
When then, me sure situation that you find yourself in. I fear for this team, to be honest.
But also, Gideon Kabibi, also maybe baby I need a son, you know.
But na yeni da so. It's about your preparation away. The 𝐾𝐂𝐿, you are not going to see anything different with AFCON. Then Gabato go then.
Anti Sane Rekono.
Then Gabato. Last time team under 𝐾𝐂𝐿, you know, we have good players, but a bad team.
Oh, okay. Individuals.
We have good players, but a bad team.
Okay. Matewase.
Inti what do we need to say our players so near they call AFCON there? We have a good players. But all the two say you will team be able to make win AFCON there. And the team ninge. One have me out of the 24 teams now, first 20 cry me. And there are some few things me who will give me more. Me nenko fo a mo hwe game ni di nkobo. Kaka me nya hwe ye e wo social media. Me wetna say ye no. Tony, I don't think 𝐾𝐂𝐿 is ready for tournament. Me nya so say 𝐾𝐂𝐿 why ready for the tournament? If your foe say he should be our number one goalkeeper going to the AFCON, then he will do my.
Hey, I need to say okay, I'm not sure.
We have good goalkeepers in this country, but our handlers name Manaya Quaye you will goalkeeping problem.
Say your best in your selection.
Now me say we have good goalkeepers in this country, but your handlers no, Manaya Quaye said you will goalkeeping problem. The three goalkeepers in India, they are not good enough for me.
Look at that. Oh.
Now before 𝐾𝐂𝐿 coming back, no, we may see some difference, but some the errors be no money idea be no. Now maybe I have to take advantage and winning the game no. This goalkeeper, Obako tournament be another a good tournament. The one imposed a play key role. I don't think I discuss Onana.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the best in Africa. If not the best.
The second best in the Premier
League. What's the situation, no? Can we talk the same about our goalkeepers here, Deko?
No. And I'm someone for complaining about 𝐾𝐂𝐿.
𝐾𝐂𝐿, Walcott, Atizigi. Issues. So imagine you say 𝐿 Tony, Idris Baba, Elisha Owusu partnership. it's not good enough for the AFCON.
Yeah, someone to you.
Idrisu Baba, Elisha Owusu. That midfield you who double number 6 on several occasions. It's not working for us. But Chris Hughton still do it. So before that, Elisha Owusu Idrisu Baba, they will not add anything to this team going to the AFCON. I'm for maybe a Mekaya team no. Nothing new will come from them. Because side passes in the doors, they are not giving progressive passes. So I'm fashion, I'm ready team no. So before say areas be a imagine him say we need to find solution. E be am at cry for them brand number 6 no cry be no cry better. Because you who am at oba number 6 position no. Let's happen.
Yeah.
Na yamba ye Salisu and Jiku because it looks like the central defense one that is our strength. Among the three, Obi Obiano, all their strengths. Amate, Jiku, Salisu. Honor your strength no. Because Blaster Tina who ye Namibia, even the Gozit in your mobile friendly match no. 90 plus until no more take out Manaya 1-1 can go to show. Almost second friendly match about Kromani.
Yeah.
I'm the Gozit boy. The Gozit scored the first goal last minute. No Namibia said Manaya 1-1. So if we can play against Namibia and we cannot score a goal, yeah, but friendly match USA, Mexico we didn't score. Comoros, be saying, hey, SN or Comoros, we struggled to get a 1-0 win against Angola. No, Tony. And at Chris Hughton, nothing new will come from the team going to the AFCON. So maybe imagine him say goalkeeping problem. It does for by last also defensive problem. Coach Ninya board non for Jiku Salisu partnership. The AFCON. It looks like the Jiku guy, even after the 100 die, Thomas Partey leadership. No, one of the players we should consider as one of our leaders in our team. Jiku should be part.
No Jordan.
It looks like just to do an abu. No, did the same class. More time now. Check.
Oh.
This people don't have more than 2 years in the Blasters.
So you're the only
no, that is in 30s. No, than 31, 32. So after 2-3 years, the next AFCON, we are. They may not be important again to us. Indeed, when we look at the direction of our team, these players should be key. Imagine him say, "Adeba kwa yan identify with team nebe to my boy." After 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐻𝐒, Sule Muntari, Mubarak Wakasu, even set pieces better hwa, obi able to amaya a problem. In recent times, Ghana nyan set pieces, I don't know obi okodi nechi.
Say
Jordan. Nipa na ye emi say, obese go amaya no. Ono na set piece be gina hwa okodi nechi. And Jordan set piece ben on wabo free kick bi a wabo manakoto po mu da since osaso obo. Corner ben we two a make impact in the Blaster game since osaso obo corner any free kicks. So your team now go to the level say even set pieces we lack someone on the field about mine. So as someone make a very technical and crucial e be am for nin course aspect no. Say na Ghana ko ball. Yenya free kick. Yenya corner Jordan na gina chiri to some extent na chuchu babo kakra but after Sule Muntari 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐿 Mubarak Wakasu one area within our team I struggle so me share Blaster again me who say Jordan gina chi no both free kicks no two corners now me say your best free kick expert ni any corner kicks then we have a problem. And the way I hold your play, on the picture, so say I'm on the free roll, so that it's not helping us. And now on the both right side, now painting both left side, now Collins Dorfer no obo behind Inaki.
Yeah.
On paper, obo near quality players in their respective clubs, but they don't offer anything to us in our team. So before say area bia, you hear ni ye na ntumi mbwa. Majida Simero should be our constant number 8 going to the AFCON. It looks like a do second half. Na coach ni changes. Na between Elisha Owusu and Baba Oyiba Akufim not the Majida Simero Bar. It looks a little bit okay. So I never could be a coach no or the Nisha. Near the real situation in Besiako. And Jonathan so was so by no later part in the game no. Per reports and what I observed Kakrano. He was not bad because of the movement. But they were two so-called players this one. Imagine see a team now who they were from. And maybe someone who say backroom staff no assistant coaches are they really helping recruiting? These are questions we need to ask ourselves. Because we show the shape of our team. Anybody a boy right from the first half against Namibia. Ghana and Namibia, Monique, Cape Mozambique are on the same level. This team cannot beat Mali. This team cannot beat
Senegal.
Cote d'Ivoire. They can't beat Senegal. They can't beat Morocco. They can't beat Egypt. So, Nigerians are going to the tournament. You lower your expectation. Man, you're convinced enough. Fine. Obibaka said a preparatory game going to the AFCON. He's shooting only anything different about your mind. It's too late. And yes, I can say, you're changing hands even before the AFCON. We will just go and waste our time.
Hey.
Maybe I'll do a ticket to go and have a man call. Because I don't want to be part of something that you failure. Demi who know our best will be quarterfinal.
Best.
Our best.
From this team.
Who will be quarterfinal?
Angola didn't be to me.
Yeah, perfect. So Angola then I am for the example. The Angola team was not bad though. Even going to the AFCON, that team was not bad. Before we were going to the AFCON, we have qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So me was a song of amount for the side near comparison. I meant yes, team I ever tournament to qualify for World Cup already. What's say about him? Amount for reference that year na Angola. So year na World Cup for South Africa. Not team not qualify for World Cup. Not team not qualify for World Cup about him. Because you're promoting 6 players from the under 20 we thought that team is about him. Antonia 9, number 6. Ajambedu number 8. Kodua Samoa number 10. Opokwa Jemai, the day Ayo Asamoah. What is that team we compare that team no? So me who's a man for a year, a lot of comparison on radio. Remember some of them attention because that team was a quality team.
But no expectation was formed.
What's the expectation here?
There was no ACN, there was no Sule.
ACN tournament prior. That tournament, ACN was part. Your first game against Ivory Coast. No. Only did the drop. He was part of the team.
Yes, and I'm going to say, because Sule was absent.
Oh, God. Sule Mutari. In 2010, and Milo, he was not a key player. I'm for referee. And Milo, 2010, Sule was not a key player. Even after winning the Champions League, he was still on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out for referee. I'm getting maybe he's 14 years into. I'm out for a referee. Sule Muntari, even Odnan Nassau Inter Milan, he was on the bench. And the Milo Rajabat. No, be our winning champions not the bench or Milo team. What's that team near bad? Says that team near expectation. Because now you have to manage 2008 in it. You have to now consider according to 2010. But the team was not bad.
Yeah.
That team. Yenyan Sasso. Antonia 9, number 6. No, if you want Yabida. If you come Antonia 9, if you want number 6, be that. But then a man for a year and the boom compare quality. Near they are compared 2010 expectation were from I said 2015 year no.
Yeah.
A free aqua. Wakasu. The day I owe. Frank Champo Kebo. Asamoah from nowhere. We had Jonathan Mensah, John Boy. Yeah. The other matter was on the bench in that team.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that team is a bad team. To compare in the Collins Dorfer.
You could have.
The difference woman. Difference woman. So before say, some na yaka say, oh, yenyan to was here, or much more cause surprise football na side and engage my be more. Ultimate nye. You just go there, waste time and come. Sorry for it for me, but me ma dwene mu de. This blast starting no. And they came very the money Mozambique mono. Difference behind him. The difference is name. The blast time team who in recent times and the ball more born and rounds a basic account me you know. Double pivoting doesn't work for us. And coach no. So who's a big quite on the team more? Yeah, only changes in term. Because you can go and meet a good sider. By the time about what you say, oh yeah, we changes never make impact in the team no. Now late. Sure. So me there, Tony. Per what me di many share. Any kaka me di many who in recent times around our blasters no. And what? Other point I'm more interested kaka. Tony. Oh, Bobo. Now about 2 or 3 games. We had changes in the second half. Now we need better performance. And then at the next game,
you should have said.
Oh, you should our system now do you know?
Yeah, that is logic. That is logic.
How many times you ever won do second half? Now you did Asmeru, Niama, and those guys about second half and making impact. The next game you person better sound. And now you should never make a selection. Tony, sure. Me ne woni anim say ekabon nko na ye gba ka ba this and the day I used to be out of the blaster. So na me yagene.
Baby.
Ekabon nko a. But we thought say he's our captain or a legend or just 3 games to set a record in Africa continent.
I need to read the record.
Oh, did I you?
But he's not finished.
Oh.
And I do.
I'm going to get across and I can see.
But he's not finished. Any day.
Oh, Tony.
And I do. Any day.
Tony, who did I when I got camp?
So is the day finished?
Oh, I didn't say the day when I don't go to camp.
And I'm saying the day
finished.
The
day. Tony. Me my point I'm better mechanical. Baby, I dare for now as no. My issue is what for a new player like Richmond Lamptey? So I want to make that confidence and man opportunity in a friendly match like this against Namibia. A player our own friend or that. It means tournament the neck keke. I want the favorite grounds against the favorite supporters. Coach, you want to make man opportunity. Never do last minute. I also want the 100 that you man. We've seen it all in the blasters moment ever second half. That is my point. I mean, they're not kind of first look at you know what I'm interested in. Maybe I'm not interested in the second point I'm making. So because me before say a friendly match, all per player be a man opportunity to show something within the blaster team against Namibia. It shouldn't be 100 that you should rather be Richmond Lamptey. That is my point. So Tony, media to sum it up. Me de me who know, and the players in the bottom ball. And the coach in the sound of Jumano. We have good players, but we don't have a team.
Oh.
We should lower our expectation. And my young fire can a resource be bring the blaster team with it. Imagine as every coach no. We are just going there to participate. Nothing good will come from these blasters.
Hey.
Me? You have to make conjure magic in sacrificing the coach last minute. Now you fair ordinary coach be assistant coaches be omunim Ghana system be crowd na the be year come for it. And like shooting, I don't see anything new unless say players now this was say yeah bobo without the coach. Because these players are not bad players. But the system formation any team we don't have it. Tony.
Anedu and Akasa. 33 minutes past the hour 11. Mamin J. Muma. Branch Josiah Quaye. Josiah.
Tony.
Over to you. Oh,
not that. Tony. Obo Namibia. You see, that's why Tony made earlier submission.
Namibia qualify.
Yes.
Okay.
With all due respect to them, Tony, into my earlier submission, I may catch us say the decision, I don't know whose decision it was. Say yeah, televise sa game way, but it was a very friendly games. Tony, in 10 games when now Chris Hughton manage as head coach of the Black Stars.
Yeah.
Tony, you lead the game BBR at halftime da.
Also the first half behind poor.
Listen very well.
Yeah.
You have about 4 games under Chris Hughton. AFCON qualifiers. You have about 2 World Cup qualifiers. You have about 4
Uncle.
friendlies. Mechiano, that's
Uncle.
He's
briefed. He's briefed.
Yamadiako and Danny Drew Swai Yebeko Esoporteno. Tony, 10 games are Chris Hughton, a coachy Black Stars.
Yeah.
You lead the halftime back kumpoda.
Wajat was the first half behind bad.
In the engine to say near the quaff corner.
As Wajat.
They be me besides saying Ghana force engine to say your quaff corner or because she team bitchy and not she 2 first half. Engine to say okay because Chris Hughton say a first half in yet. Tony,
it's still work in progress.
Your last 5 games are yabo, ranging from friendlies to World Cup qualifiers to friendly na yabo and ra. Tony, in 5 games are Black Stars abo, and now your last 5 games are yabo. Tony, you share 1 goal. The last 5 games are yabo no. Tony, you share 1 goal. And as I go ni yes, I go now last minute. Inaki Williams, a share against Madagascar.
Hey,
Tony, the last 5 games we've played, Black Stars Abono, you share 1 goal. 450 minutes of football. No, I share 1 goal.
Hey,
and now, Ushe teams are yabo within that 5 games. Tony, Comoros count. Namibia count.
That's all share Liberia.
I won't call last 5. I'm talking about the last 5 games.
Okay.
The last 5 games we've played, Tony.
Before the tournament.
Before the tournament to begin.
Yeah.
We've played Comoros.
Yeah.
We've played Namibia. We've played Madagascar. We've played the US. We've played Mexico. Tony, we've scored 1 goal. 1.
Hey. And you.
Now you are telling us, Tony, who as a coach, they say, Yen Jintum say your first half enye. So we should accept it as Ghanaians.
How's the first half in the day?
See, at Tiano Bisube catching as a first half, no share the opponent, no. It's maybe a second half, no more bra. So it looks like sir, trajectory nani and so Saturday nani too. Tony, there's a lot wrong with the team. I'm looking at this team. Me share 11 almost starting ra. And to think about the fact, say, Tony, Chris Hughton couldn't even change the entire 11 and field another 11 to try a different tactics. Name you M11. Tony, we go friendly game. Ubo Namibia. We've complained, say, it's even to the advantage, to the disadvantage of the coach, say, team new ain't being ample time and prepare because I now near my breakdown of the number of days a club team needing a D together, a campaign before what? AFCON. But this time, no, team no nya can the time be Brian Yeding. I'm prepared, Tony. No win one friendly game now, boy. Tony, you can't after the first half. Imagine you. Why don't you just use each half as a what? A full 90 minutes. To test what? A particular what? System. Tony. You see, that takes me back to that submission I made. Say, sometimes I feel that the coach, tactically, Tony, he doesn't know how to what? To switch things during what? Games. He is good at what? Changing the what? The personnel. Position for position to be heading.
Yeah.
But in-game management, so Tony, I ask him, oh, boy, Namibia. This is a Namibia team, Lagos City is crash a go. Diego Simeone is one. They think about defending first before they what? They even score. But Tony, at the end of the day, they make sure say, at least even a goal. Because in football, Tony, if you don't score, you don't win a game.
Yeah.
But if you are playing teams like Namibia, and you are not bold enough to what? To switch what? Systems within a game. To try, because Tony, oh, for Namibia. Look at the changes he made. Tony, I'm just looking at the changes. I'm like, right after first half, what's the sign Inoki Williams? Now did Jonathan so Wabim? That was the first change he made. In the 67th minute, or a double substitution. Eyi Amate Fimu di Salisu Ebemu. Eyi Elisha Owusu Edi Ashime Ubemu. Then in the 67th minute, no so Ebiem. Eno yi Richard Ofori did what? Atizigering Ebae. Then in the 71st minute, Oyi Jordan Edi Nwama Bae. Eyi Ransford Yeboah Koningsdorfer. Edi Andre Ayubai. Eyi Pentil Edi Osman Bukai Bae. These are like for like what? Substitutions. Tony, way Embo Biehu. That's what I'm saying. Say, wait, Tony, Embo Mihu. Uyi right back, not the right back about. Uyi left back, not the left back about. Tony, Embo Biehu. This thing doesn't scare anyone. Like for like replacement in football. We are in Sasashi. The level you drew, no, Tony. I think tactically we are. See, Tony, tactically we are the worst team going to the AFCON. I'm telling you the truth. If you've scored one goal in your last 5 games, one goal, Tony, what about 5 games? Now as a country, you have players playing for some of the biggest clubs in the world. Now what about 5 games? And within that span, what about teams with Namibia and Comoros? No, actually one goal. Tony, you have no business at the AFCON.
Hey.
Tony, you have players on the bench. Oh. This was the time for you to give Richmond Lante some minutes. Man, 10 minutes. No one said no. This guy, I can deploy him here. I can deploy him here. So after Namibia, which other game can you use to assess this guy? You see, that's why I always say, the coach is so predictable that we all know the game changer going to the AFCON. Ebe Ashimeru. That is when the game is so cagey and tight, and he feels that he needs someone to what? To progress the ball. Obey one, obey sacrifice one of what? The DMs, no? Then he brings on Ashimeru. That's the only change, because change is now here like for like. Uyi Nwama now the way aba. Uyi Jordan now the like for like. Uyi Inaki now the Jonathan. So I think. Lacking so much. See, Tony, you're lacking Ankasa.
Some materials need to be used in a year.
No, you see, you have the materials. Tony, we don't lack talent too. Ghana as a country, we don't lack talent too. Talent is be lucky. But to have all these materials and not know how to what? To use it. Tony, is another problem on its own. Oh, Bob, game say. And you 2, 4, 6, 7. When you have one friendly game to prepare for a tournament, oh, yeah, 7 changes. And Numpono, goalkeeper, Ekahu, into outfield changes are here 6. Once you have players on the bench, you need to test their strength.
Which you don't even know them.
You don't know them, Tony. Opo Namibia. What? No, what are you scared of? Like for like replacement from the first change to the last change. Tony, like for like. May you striker be the striker, babe. May you winger be the winger, babe. May you DM be the DM, babe.
So no game plan.
What? No, what is the game plan? Tony, we are not being. See, it's not like we love to criticize, Tony, but objectivity before what? Patriotism. We need to be objective. I've seen teams play, Tony, and tactically, it's one of the reasons why we are not scoring goals. Chris Timbaye, in 10 games, Tony, you share 10 goals. In 10 games, the most goals we scored was against what? Liberia. 3. In 10 games, you share 10 goals. And if Namibia had enough confidence, Tony, I'm going to fire so. If they have confidence, Tony, that would have been the end of us. Game when you see me you TV so. Game when. Tony, was this the game or more catch say me with TV so Ghana phone should maybe I'm shampoo a year say or mama because I 0-0 draw.
But we have tactics now to my Egypt for.
I don't Egypt for she ball when you ball AFCON now. Me sure say Egypt for on Monday year no they won't train, they go and sleep, Tony. If this is the game we are going to play. Or they might just go and sleep. Tony, I'm telling you. Tony, you are playing one friendly game. You have just an average of a week to camp your players. You are playing one friendly game and you make 6 changes in a friendly game. 6. When you can still wait. I'll test every single player for fitness. Hamidou.
Yeah.
Fatah Hamidou.
Yeah.
The medium left back.
Yeah.
On no better Peter Izama Gideon Mensah.
Yeah.
Tony himself for more than a month on board competitive football. On board competitive football. He's not played the league. He's not played the Champions League for what? Mediama. So why don't you give him minutes in what? In this game?
In case Bibi
Kosia, you know, so at least he's regaining his what? His fitness. You are playing a friendly game. And you make 6 substitutions. Don't M110 and substitutions in your like for like. So it means system not the chassis, you know. And one of the year. So how can you score? If you are telling Ghanaians say your first half is poor, Tony, what about the second half?
An improved game.
Based on?
Compared to?
Based on?
No, compared to what?
And I'm saying based on, improved based on what?
Go on, ma. So you see why.
Tony, I'm not a pessimistic you can't say person. Tony. But you see, sometimes when you see the writings on the wall, sometimes you'll be able to say, Jack, what was he? You don't need someone to sound it to you again. No, I'm struggling to understand this. Tony, looking at the materials we have, the only person I can say it was a starting game where 1-30 is Mohamed Kudus. He's the only one.
But later arrival.
Fine. So you see, you are even struggling to have your what? Your best player.
Yeah.
Before what? The tournament starts. In the chess, preparations now will be what? Training. Tony, you have the chance to what? To test what? Your team. It's Ocean Namibia. This is their second friendly they are playing.
Yeah.
Before they fly to Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Other teams are playing 2 before they even go there. We are playing 1. And even with that one, Tony, Namibia, Tony, yeah, forget unity, forget everything. Sometimes if your tactics is wrong, Tony, you failed.
Yeah.
Yet I say a defensive minded coach. Yet as you Tony, no one is saying no. But at least at the other end, let us see results.
Takanashi.
Defensive minded coach, what you want a USA ball for? What you want a Comoros session 1? Tony, it looks very bleak for me.
Okay.
It looks bleak, honestly.
Okay.
Based on what I saw and the system, you see, at least see something will happen.
So no.
Because I'm feeling say, and sharp, we can put all the 10 games aside. The first 10 games, maybe the AFCON would give us more believe in the coach.
The hopeless Josiah Okoko.
But then, baby, Tony,
no hope.
Enye.
So you are the hopeless.
It's not like I'm hopeless. The coach is not giving me hope.
The
coach is not. I'm not saying.
So therefore you are hopeless.
No, I'm not saying I'm hopeless. But there is no hope.
Josiah.
No hope doesn't mean hopeless. Please.
There is no hope.
But it doesn't mean it's hopeless. In two different ways, Tony.
You don't have hope. Doesn't mean you are hopeless.
No.
Then you are what?
Tony, what do you make us? You found your academy for.
I teach Josiah I'm 10 minutes now. Can you be a momo? That's what can be. And to be about man, so hello. We didn't be free. Hello.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
Affair, you say after this.
Yeah, affair. And a power, then on my and pay.
Oh, Tony. Mean cheese for my for net.
Oh.
Mean real who net.
Now, affair, I mean, so Josiah say only hope. And I'm saying then you are hopeless. Or say there be.
Difference room.
Only hope.
Only hope. Only hope means say
he becomes hopeless.
And then I told you answer. Now hopeless, no so dear. Hope no, now let's take a cry day. So say hope you new hopeless no hope no you new but when you just talk a cry. But you just only a cry. And now can no credit that's only baby. And Tony, and it's only baby. Now more say, more be your baby with 30 sir. And you're more Guinea, now more for Guinea for 30 sir. Because of beer from 30 in your shame. Beer from 30, and then because like I'm over Kunto as a producer more, and the commentary cramp for you and TV. I first time who nature 1 year quarantine.
Oh, Debbie, it was out of the media.
Oh, me not baby for you. Now catch him say.
Hey, baby for you. Show more tomorrow.
Yo, because Ankamoko comment again go say Masa, coach in all fire go see there is no hope. There is no hope. Can offer prayers. Would you pray tell you only more bono? Would you say Jordan of Obama? Wouldn't so more back at Obama? A Joma form of front now. Omo be there then I told you way.
Also come try.
Who do you make trabechi, sir? It's your children be no more about tournament in Akasa. I face I have a fan of how be any center, old back on the bob here, or the prayers in the bob. It's training down the Yana. Tony, maybe I did at the Seba, who you produce at the Seba, I am the 20. Because 1 month here at Kay. Most sports, more see it much here. More fair for sports, my own. Oh, now tournament, no, the other one, but what the gun at the other 2 say, in fact, you be do it. Movie I say so. Many British Pan-American. But I'm on foreign mind because I dear more yeno. If you have some cost of Africa, I can move the book. Come down the Bonucra prayers and more command for mom. It's Tony Quaye Nana say by.
Yeah, from Piebon Town, right. Okay, also meet me a friend. 0201-825-252. Call me about Maminko. Hello, Dean baby of free. Hello, Dean baby of free.
Tony.
Yes, sir. Whiny.
Tony, my guy.
Pacho Whiny.
Miami this.
Hey, Miami, long time. What you have for us?
I do, bro. I just get some small occupied. Yeah, like now I talk to the Black Stars team. if you put your heart for that team, bro, you go die, you know. So what you're about to talking about, you for not just give hope. Anything that happens,
you for be hopeless.
No, like if for just anything that happens. You see, you for not put your hope, say maybe we go 12 seconds or maybe we qualify. No. Anything that happens, you did. They retire them. So anything that would be there, you did. Okay, Tony. So have a nice day.
Okay, thanks for your submission. As well, 54 minutes past the hour, 11 still hooked on to the sports part. Hello, Dean, maybe you're free. What you see from saying?
Hello.
Udini biom. 𝐒𝐿𝐎𝐄. Onim no baby Kofi gyina yie wa na online ni twetwesi.
I talk Onana personally. What's the time when you knew Onana solo? I see for Onana what problem. So
Onim no baby
Onana and the men do Josiah Quaye. Anytime we want to go I think also a few Onana viable. According to is the best goalkeeper in Premier League. I actually hear Flotty. Just go to it will be a banana. The best goalkeeper to see.
Kofi emse abu ebi ni na mo phone mo mami feedback to bet me a friend bioma. Okay, mami kwa hello din baby of free. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Tony.
Yeah. Good morning. Udin baby of free.
Okay, if I'm Nana bought from me free, I'm a son.
Nana, then how am I pay?
I know that the memo and said, so Nana do a consider and the partner. It is so. I see Bibi, I get to motivate Bibi is cut. Okay, all the share your players now. Omuba, I did be a woya. She can do anything can be done. Normally, we are out of it. Because the expectations, you know, Bonnie will move and now I said, Papa will move, the old hands on our property. Mentia said, Coach, what's the local player at the number? Oh, but what test match? So the man of Quenya, my more from 90 minutes crowd. My more from 90 minutes, but not on a bench. What do tactics AC, who do you see one? Why now this year? As a boy or board and ray. Obi ni full 90 minutes now. Obi to media to internet and even the social media. Ama all the African clubs will be a heavy dollar. That is when I obo. O mama, last time I kono view. And na kono. In fact, no prefer say, make sure English Premier League, limiting the boy our boy trim. There was some cry. Let person is actually repetition. That's going to Ghana Black Star. Live match with this Chris Wilson's the selection and yet since Black Star in Ghana you jab Black Star no near your shot you for the idea the because she cannot yes no yen na nya za because you kwa thank you the court a European country ka be ticket dey and confirmation
yeah, that's say. Nana also watch what you also with me a friend. Hello, Dean baby of free.
Yeah.
Me pa jum volume ni mami why?
Yeah.
Black Stars here. Black Stars here and every anymore.
Tony Bebli.
Yes, sir.
Anything.
Boko na also
Boko. And the submissions, you know.
Try.
Nini hope.
Oh. I just say hopeless.
Nini hope. There's no hope. Now, Tony, Chris, you think you do by you. You do by say you should come and solve a problem.
Aye.
Black Stars right now is clear. You have a deficiency in goal scoring. What do you buy? Problem. Tony, How are they solved it? As someone that free seeing me, I always like they also. I don't know why. You know, I'm waiting for a time. They didn't do that. They will move on because Ghana, if you are a serious country, by now, the you and Jordan you will not be part of the team.
Oh,
because they are not serious. We have failed to do the necessary partitions. You players on the back to Benate Pate Amujani, wouldn't make 55 in a very squad Amujani. We can for them. A pattern is big team. Or she goes, or Europa League, or she goes on your part of the team. Team almost struggle to score goals. On town. If you tell me, I Christian, you know me who danger and I need to know say, first up. In your Ghana, in you say, first up and Quay. It's a better day out in a magic as soon as they want. I think it's the time for magic to start. I don't. I don't maintain it. They are hungry. They are determined. We second games we keep now with them last with them when you have to Mozambique, the money one with the woman say on Saturday. They are not going to do anything. They are not going to do anything.
Won't tell much. Okay, mommy, pick me last caller. Hello. Udin, maybe you're free.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Udin, maybe you're free.
Good morning.
Who free? Udin.
This is Adama President. Hello.
Mutala.
Hello.
Hello, your friend say. Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel,
Kasa matane say everybody can. Yeah, in that side, they could be. Gidi said, "Mr. Sudiano." Because it means Namibia found Bogoles draw there. And just who could be him. After look up with the Nishuomo, you so we perfectly want to say, baby, that's the day you may have more kind of one. You won't say, once you be professional, all don't got a bench. And the day you must have a bomb to Canada. That's a 7 pretty as our friend from the Posubian. The coach you found the economy pan did. In that should be a Yaboko is a pine, as Saban is a pine, I can't work on. I'm going to share my palm. Amen.
May I say, Daniel, so now can